All right, let's dive right into this explainer of Ruskin Bond's classic, The Thief's Story. We're not just looking at a simple crime caper here. We're actually digging into the profound depths of human nature. It's a really psychological look at what happens when absolute desperation collides with unconditional kindness.
So, think about this for a second. Can trust alone completely rewrite a person's destiny? I mean, can empathy truly change someone's core nature? It really makes us wonder if our paths are just fixed forever, or if, a change in circumstances and a little bit of understanding hold the real key to changing behavior. Keep that in the back of your mind as we unpack this.
Part 1. The Thief and the Writer. Let's meet our two main players, who are total opposites. On one side, we've got Hari Singh. He's only 15, but he's already a hardened, cunning thief. This kid literally changes his name every single month just to dodge the police and his former employers. And on the other side, we have Anil. He's a 25-year-old, super easygoing, tall, lean writer. Hari spots him at a wrestling match and instantly zeroes in. To a seasoned pro like Hari, Anil looks like the perfect, unsuspecting mark.
Now, what's really fascinating here is Hari's sharp psychological profiling of his victims. It proves he isn't just some petty street criminal. He's actually a brilliant observer of human behavior. He knows exactly how this works. A greedy man shows fear, a rich man shows anger, and a poor man, well, he just shows acceptance. Brushing it off is fate. Hari literally operates his entire life by calculating and manipulating these exact human reactions.
Section 2. A Foundation of Trust.
So Hari makes his move with that appealing smile of his, but Anil hits him with a blunt reality check. I can't pay you. A normal thief might walk away, right? Not Hari. He refuses to drop his target. He quickly recalculates on the fly and lies, claiming he knows how to cook, just to get his foot in the door. Anil caves and says, all right, if you can cook, I can at least feed you.
Well, surprise, surprise, Hari cannot cook at all. The very first meal he makes at Anil's room above the Jumna sweet shop is an absolute disaster. It's so terrible that Anil actually has to throw it out to the stray dogs. Literally anyone else would have kicked Hari out onto the street right then and there, but Anil, his sheer kindness shines through. Hari flashes that practiced appealing smile, and Anil actually laughs, pats him on the head, and decides to let him stay anyway.
And here's where things get really interesting. Anil offers Hari something way more valuable than a basic salary. He offers him an education. He promises to teach him how to cook, how to write his name, form whole sentences, and even add numbers. For a street-smart kid like Hari, this is a total game changer. He absolutely knows, that if he can become an educated, clever, and respected man, the sky's the limit for what he can achieve. So this sets up this really fascinating dynamic. Every single day, while dyeing the daily supplies, Hari skims about 1 rupee for himself. It's a minor betrayal. But the crazy part? Anil totally knows about it. He knows, but he chooses to silently ignore it. He's quietly building this unspoken foundation of trust, basically giving Hari the space to correct his own path. Which brings us to Section 3, the temptation to steal.
Now, Anil usually earns his money in unpredictable fits and starts, but one day he finally brings home a solid bundle of cash from selling a book. As Anil sleeps with all that cash tucked safely under his mattress, Hari is tossing and turning, wrestling with his conscience. He thinks to himself, it is easy to rob a greedy man, but difficult to rob a careless man. Taking money from someone as trusting as Anil just drains all the thrill right out of the crime. The guy probably won't even realize he's been robbed.
But ultimately, the temptation is just too strong for those deeply ingrained habits. In the dead of night, Hari methodically executes his plan. He waits for Anil to fall completely asleep, silently slides his hand right under that mattress, secures the notes, and then slips out into the moonlit night, making a break for the train station. Running down the road, putting distance between himself and the scene of the crime, Hari finally stops to count his loot. 600 rupees, all in 50s. He realizes he could live like a wealthy Arab sheikh for a couple of weeks with this kind of cash. To him, it's a massive, massive score.
Moving into Section 4, the missing train.
He gets to the station right as the 10:30 Lucknow Express is slowly leaving the platform. Now he easily, and I mean easily, could have jumped into one of the moving carriages, but something totally unexplainable holds him back. He hesitates, and because of that single moment of hesitation, he misses it. He's left standing completely alone on the platform as the train just disappears into the night.
Section 5. The Value of Education.
So there he is, alone.
And then a freezing cold November rain begins to fall. It totally soaks his clothes and, worse, the stolen money in his pockets. He's forced to go find shelter and ends up sitting all by himself on a park bench. And it's in this miserable physical discomfort that he's forced to confront exactly what he has actually stolen from himself.
He looks down at that wet money and it hits him. The 600 rupees, that's going to run out eventually. But by betraying Anil, he has permanently thrown away the priceless ability to write his name, to write whole sentences, to add numbers, and to actually become a truly clever and respected man. The realization just washes over him. He traded a lifetime of potential for just a few fleeting weeks of stolen luxury.
And that leads us to our final part, Section 6, Forgiveness and Transformation.
Driven by this profound realization and this deep, sudden ache to actually learn, Hari makes a terrifying decision. He's going to return the money. Now, any thief will tell you, returning stolen goods without getting caught is way harder than stealing them in the first place. But somehow, a highly nervous, shaking Hari manages to sneak back into that room and silently slip the wet notes back under Anil's mattress, completely undetected. The next morning, Hari wakes up late, and his heart just absolutely sinks in fear when Anil approaches him first and hands him a 50-rupee note. And the kicker? The note is still damp from the rain the night before. But instead of screaming for the police, Anil calmly announces that he made some money, and from now on, Hari will be paid a regular salary. Even though that wet note is undeniable proof that Anil knows exactly what went down, he shows zero anger. He makes no accusations. He just offers this silent, profound forgiveness. And that finally earns a true, heartfelt smile from Hari. Not the fake, manipulative trick from before, but a genuine smile of pure gratitude.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to ask yourself, do circumstances make a person bad? And can genuine love and trust actually awaken someone's inner goodness? Ruskin Bond's story is this beautiful reminder that empathy can break cycles that punishment simply cannot. Think about how you might be able to apply that kind of grace in your own life today. Thanks so much for joining me to unpack this. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.